I am more unique than other people that are in the commitment of lifting and, who lift, to get the bigger butt, the tone muscles, everything, the Instagram workout people, the lifters on YouTube and Instagram. I'm different, and that's okay. And I've realized that that's okay to be in the position that I'm in, to be on the journey I'm on. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my progress. But I've had a long history. I've had a long bout of progress. And today I'm going to talk about it and kind of explain my background and kind of give this background to my channel and kind of what this content is going to be. And, what I have to offer is someone who's talking about fitness and diet and all those things. I'm not a doctor, not a dietitian, not a nutritionist, not a personal trainer. This is just about my journey, as I do think it's offering more unique content because of my situation. And so that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. So as the story begins, I was overweight a lot of my life. At my biggest, I was about 280 pounds. I'll insert pictures. So to make a whole long story short, this could be 30 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it as condensed as I can. But to keep, a super long story short, when I was a teenager and everything, I knew by the time I was, a young adult in college, I didn't want to be super overweight. It's just uncomfortable. I wanted to just be a different version of myself, even though I did love the version of myself too. I loved who I was. I loved my personality and what I had to offer the world and my ambition and my just personality characteristics. So that wasn't a problem. It was just like, I want to be healthy. I want to be a certain way. I want to be slimmer. I don't want to deal with, the excess things that come with being overweight personally, just in my opinion, to me in my life and my physique. So I, after doing a lot of research and also going to a seminar that was very thorough about weight loss surgeries, different kinds of weight loss surgeries, I did decide after a long while, when I was 17, that I did want weight loss surgery. And I saw a surgeon, did some preliminary stuff, as well as, of course, more research and everything to make sure, what I was doing, what I was getting myself into. And I chose to get gastric bypass. I started the process a few months before getting the surgery when I was 18, because I had to be 18. Here in the United States, in Illinois, at the surgeon I went to at least, I had to be 18. You have to go to a ton of doctors, get blood work done a million times, go do a ton of stuff for preliminary work before you go to get a weight loss surgery. It's not a very quick or easy process. There's a lot to it. But I did get it in November 2.5 years ago. Almost 2.5 years ago. This upcoming November 2020 will be my 3-year post-op. So I got the surgery. It's really painful. The recovery is really hard. It's not for just anybody. You have to, have strength to do it. And I think me being young did give me, a leg up. And, then you start losing weight. You have to be on a progression. I could do a whole video just about it, but you do basically a progression of a full liquid diet with, protein, of course, incorporated, and some fat. Not fat right away, depending on how much weight you're losing, but a lot of protein, and you progress slowly to solid foods, from soft foods, things like that. There's a whole progression of just things you can eat. You have to see a dietitian to make sure you're doing it right. It's painful. It's not the funnest thing. And I had a really hard time with eating because I had my gallbladder for 6 months. While it was malfunctioning, it didn't work. It stopped working after my surgery. So it didn't work. It caused immense pain every time I would eat for 6 months after my surgery. And then after a million tests and procedures and seeing different doctors, they found out it was my gallbladder that didn't work. So it was taken out, and immediately I felt like I could eat and feel normal and not be in pain. But by that time, I had lost 150 pounds. I was in the low 120s. And as someone who's like 5'7", 5'8", that's pretty low. Like for me, it was really lean. I was skin and bone. I had lost so much weight. I had a ton of excess skin. That's normal when you're losing weight, a lot of weight. And I was uncomfortable. I was weak. I probably couldn't do any of the things I do in the gym now. It was not fun, it wasn't good, but you know what, me being someone who's self-sufficient and, you know, capitalizes on situations, I'm like, no. I started seeing a chiropractor, my acupuncturist slash, like, I call her my wellness advisor because she's so much more. I see them quite often. During that time, I was seeing them once a week, and basically what it was explained to me is just the same way that your skeletal system adjusts when you're losing weight or pregnant or something happens to you, your skeletal system adjusts when you lose a ton of weight. And I was in pain constantly. I felt like an 80-year-old woman with arthritis or something. I was always in pain, my upper, lower back, my neck, always in pain. So I would see my chiropractor, and then I decided to start going to the gym again. I needed to build muscle. I needed to build my strength, and that's kind of what it started as. Fast forward to about 9 months after my surgery and getting my gallbladder removed in the summer. I started lifting towards the end of the summer, really basic stuff like leg press machines, cables, upper body machines, some ab work, and some light dumbbells. I mean, I couldn't even lift like a 15-pound dumbbell. 10 was hard with certain reps. Like, it was weak. Like, me looking back on that now, I can't even imagine like what it was like to struggle with that, because like you can't really remember. Like, I remember the memories, but I don't remember actually physically like feeling that weakness. But I remember going through it because it was very emotional, and it's hard. Like, it's hard that you're so weak and you want to be able to do what you want to do. So I put in the work 5 days a week, at least, of the foundations of lifting, because I knew I wanted to get into lifting. I wouldn't even use barbells, not a ton of free dumbbell work, not a whole lot of technique-driven compound movements yet. So it took me a while to build up that strength. It was hard. I was really weak. And that's the really unique part about my situation is I started at 0. I had no muscle. Maybe a little bit, but if they took my body fat and body muscle percentage, I don't even want to know how low it was. It was bare minimum. And that's the difference when a lot of people get into lifting. Naturally, as a human, you already have muscle and fat on your body. And I mean, unless you have an eating disorder or a certain, of course, you know, illness or disease that got you to that place, of course. Or some people really do have super lean physiques just as a person throughout life. But my, you know, circumstance is I lost a ton of weight and muscle and fat with it, all of it. So I was really starting from 0. And like, when I mean that, I mean it. Like, that I had nothing, and it was sad, but it's, you know, again, I took it as a moment like, hey, this is here I am. I'm going to capitalize on it. I'm not just going to go back to my old habits. Never again. That isn't happening again. Not her. So I knew I eventually wanted to get into a lot of technique-driven lifting when I had that strength, but I didn't. So then, you know, I kind of got into it through that for a while, so like 6 to 9 months. And then I started lifting, you know, heavily, probably, you know, like the spring, early summer after that, where I was like using barbells, dumbbells, cables, and compound movements to build my strength and also build my physique. I wanted my physique I wanted to have muscles when I flexed. I wanted to have glutes. I had no butt. I had nothing. No quads, no butt, no calves. No biceps, no triceps, no delts, no triceps, or no pecs, like nothing. No traps, nothing. Like, I said triceps twice, I know. But I knew that I wanted that. I know what physique I want. I'm still getting there to achieve it. But, you know, fast forward to now, you know, since getting into lifting with, you know, more compound movements and more, you know, real weightlifting, not just using machines. First of all, I'm in love with it. I'm in love with lifting. I'm in love with the focus and the drive and the escape that there is, and also just seeing my progress throughout time with the way that I've been able to build muscle my way, despite not being able to eat as much and not being able to get as much in my stomach, and, you know, starting from a point of weakness and 0 muscle, 0 strength. There's so much pride that I have that, like, I could cry, because it's like you've succeeded and you've done it. And I think that that's why you should get into this, is like, that's why people should do this. And like, it makes me feel so good. I love going to the gym. I love it. I love lifting. Like that's like my favorite thing. Like, it's so stupid to say that, but like it is. So, you know, you realize that like once I'm moving past using a lot of machinery and building basic strength, getting into compounds and getting into really lifting in the gym, it takes a lot of technique. It takes a lot of science, especially in my case. So, I had to study up. I'm continually studying. I'll never stop studying. I want to know the science. I want to know what to do, what's most effective, what's the best that I should approach my lifting and my movements and my, you know, workouts and lifting that I'm doing in the gym. I don't want to waste my time. I want to use my energy, my effort, and my time, you know, to the best of my ability. And I've done that thus far. I have a long way to go. It's taken a minute, but you know, I have a long way to go. I'm totally in this for the long haul. I'm committed. I'm excited. And it's also like I have a lot of information and I have a lot of research that I do and, you know, success that I've been blessed with, being motivated to get and to, you know, succeed with, and a place that I'm in that I'm so proud of that I want to share it. And I just think my content's a little bit different in the way that what my story is. And I can make a video about like 10 things that I've talked about in this video alone, but where I'm at is I have some muscle. I'll throw in some pictures. Where I'm going is I want some more. You know, there's a lot of technique that I'm constantly taking under my wing just to make what I'm doing more effective and better and build my strength and push myself into progressive overload and push myself into proper hypertrophy and be the best I can be in the gym, get the physique I want to get and get to the strength I want to get, meet the goals I want to meet. So that's just like the basic story of kind of, you know, weight loss, being real low as far as, you know, fat, muscle, everything is concerned, and coming back up from there. I feel so strong. I see the progress. I'm glad I took pictures throughout this. I wish I did take more, but that's okay. And I hope that there's people that kind of connect to this or are coming from, if there's people coming from a similar place, amazing, let's be friends, because I've never really met somebody my age that has had a weight loss surgery, and I don't know anybody else that does in lifts. But you know, there's a lot to be said about it. There's a lot to still be done about it. So I want to share that. I want to share my information. I want to share that journey, where I'm going, and also other stories and other things that I think are interesting to, you know, put on the internet and provide as content and information and, you know, education as well. So that's this video. I hope you know, learned something, heard something you like. You got something to say it in the comments. If you like it, subscribe and like. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this whole video, this whole like story, interesting stuff, there's more content to come. And I hope you have, you know, a wonderful day, a wonderful workout in the gym if you haven't already. If you have already, a great workout, you know, this weekend, this week, tomorrow, whenever. But thank you so much. I hope, you know, this kind of boosts the blast off to my channel and to me sharing content to the people and to whoever, you know, wants to support me and, you know, come along for the info journey, the life journey. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, like I said. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And more videos to come soon. Thank you. Bye.